welcome back to Cooking with Grandmommy. We have some yummy pies that we're going to be making today. Strawberry season is here. Now today I'm going to use store-bought strawberries because the fresh ones out at the farm aren't available for picking until later on this evening. So those taste a whole lot better, but when store-bought is what we have available, that's what we'll use. So I am just taking the caps off these, and I'm going to need 2 quarts. This recipe will make 2 strawberry pies. And a tip for you, when you're buying strawberries in the store, turn your cartons over, look around at the berries in the bottom and on the top, and get the carton. Always pick the carton with the most red berries, because guess what? The berries don't ripen. If they're white in the container, they're going to stay white. They're not going to turn red. So always look around, turn it over, and try to buy cartons full of just as many red berries as you can get in there. But during Michigan strawberry season, there's nothing better than the real thing. So get out to the strawberry farms and do some picking, or stop over at Parents where they have them already picked for you, and enjoy them. They'll be around probably for about 3 weeks, maybe 3.5, depending on the weather. So I have capped all the berries, and I have them here in the strainer, and I'm going to just step over to the sink and rinse those off. Alright, I have them rinsed, and now I'm going to slice them up and put them in the bowl. And one thing I wanted to show you, see my cute little gadget here? This little gadget is just for pinching the caps off. And it's really pretty cool because you don't waste much of your berry. You just pinch that little top off and you're all set. Cute little tool. So I'm going to slice my berries, and I'm just going to slice them in half. Put them in the bowl and have them ready to add into the mixture that I'm going to be cooking for the pie. It's a gelatin mixture. And I baked my pie crust last night and have them ready to go. If you do not bake your own crust, you can use the dough out of the refrigerated section at the grocery store and press them into your own pans and bake them. You bake them ahead of time because this pie filling is not baked. Or you can buy the crusts in the freezer that are already made. I like my own homemade crusts because I use lard in them, and they are just the best, nice and flaky, and the way that we like them. But if you're just getting the feel of cooking at home and you haven't baked pies before, then go ahead and buy your crusts already done. You'll see how to make the filling here today, and it's just cooked on the stove, no baking in the oven, and that'll be a good start for you as far as getting into making your pies. I went through my quarts. I bought an extra quart today just so I could go through and pick out any white ones and have plenty of just good red ones for my pies that I'm going to make here today. Those that aren't so ripe I'll end up throwing into a smoothie or something like that. Alright, so I just have the berries sliced. I sliced them just in half. So those are ready. This one recipe takes 2 quarts of strawberries. Alright, so on the stove we're going to add 1 1/4 cups of water. I have my heat on medium-high. I need 1.5 cups of sugar, so I have 1/2 cup here in my sugar bag. So I'll add 3 of those. Let me grab a whisk over here. This is going to be like a sweet gelatin mixture around those strawberries. Then 1/4 cup of cornstarch. This will be our thickener. I'm going to let this start cooking. We're going to boil it for just a few minutes until it gets nice and thick. Mix that cornstarch up really good. so there aren't any lumps in there. So the thing about using fresh food is it kind of helps you keep track of where you are in the seasons. Strawberry season always means, okay, summer is right around the corner. June is when the strawberries come in. In fact, when the full moon occurs during this time, an old tradition is calling it the strawberry moon, because when that full moon occurred, then people knew the strawberries were ripening. So it's kind of like you have to set your calendar according to the way things are happening. When peaches come in, it's time to do peaches. You can't keep waiting. When the orchards start producing apples, it's time to work on your apples. When the corn is in the summer. So God's harvest plan kind of keeps us on track with knowing what time of year we're in and what the fresh produce is that we can gather and put in the freezer, make yummy cakes and pies and jams out of. And I enjoy every bit of it, mostly because it tastes so good, so yummy. So we're waiting for this sugar, 1.5 cups of sugar, 1.25 cups of water, and 1/4 cup of cornstarch. Waiting for this to start boiling and thickening. While we're waiting for that, let me remind you that you can follow me on Instagram, Cooking with Granmommy. And when you do, all my recipes are there. You'll get some other little interesting tidbits from time to time, or other videos or photos that I post. So check it out. Go on over to Instagram, find me and follow it. Follow me and we'll get to know each other a little better. All right, this is cooking. Oh, it's nice and thick. Doesn't take too long. Let me show you what this looks like now. You can see very, very thick, and that's good. So it's just clear and white right now. So I'm going to open a package, a 3-ounce package of strawberry gelatin. I'm going to add it to this. Now it's going to look red like strawberries. There we go. It looks like a really, not like Jell-O. It's got more sugar and different consistency. But here's how it will look. All right, let's change over to a spatula. And now I'm going to pour in these 2 quarts of berries that I have capped and cleaned and sliced. Cover them all really good. You could pour your sauce in the bowl, you could stir them right in the pan. Either method works. I like using the pan because it's got a good handle on it when I'm ready to start pouring the berries into the pies. And now it's smelling really sweet like strawberries. There we go. So this is how it looks once you've stirred in your gelatin mixture and your berries together. I've got 2 pie crusts here ready to go. And I'll put my filling in. Try to even it up. A little here, a little there. Get all the good gelatin out of the bottom of our pan. I think that looks about even. All right, now, if you want your pies to look really beautiful, here's a little extra tip. Just get your fingers in there and turn over the top berries so the top of your pie is just a solid red color. See how pretty that makes it look?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So, see how pretty that looks? And this one now, I'm going to do the same thing. When they're turned over, it still would taste good. But if you'd like them to look yummy, and if you're a foodie, you probably like things like that. If it looks tasty, probably tastes a little better too, just because your mind has already said, look how beautiful that is. All right. There we go. 2 beautiful strawberry pies. And as you can see, it didn't take very long to cook up our filling. We added in the Jell-O. Strawberries were ready to go. And of course, to make it absolutely perfect, don't you love my red fingers? To make it absolutely delicious and perfect, you'll want to put some whipped cream on the top. Thank you very much for joining me. Maybe I'll see you out at the strawberry patch. I'm going later today. Start picking those good Michigan strawberries. We'll see you next time, and remember, at Grandmommy's house, food is all about love and everybody's welcome. Bye now.